21 minutes after the hour, America's Hugh Hewitt broadcasting today from Thomas Aquinas College in Santa Paula, California. It's a great institution, a great books institution. Its leader, Dr. Michael McLean, president of Thomas Aquinas, joins me. President McLean, thanks for having me on your campus today.
You're very welcome, Hugh. We're glad to have you.
You know, I have been to William Jessup, I have been to Regent, I have been to Hillsdale, I have been to Biola. I have never been to a Roman Catholic campus before, so this is my first. Thank you for having me.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and I'm sure the broadcast is going to go very well.
Now tell the audience, before we talk about this policy that I opened the show with, a little bit about Thomas Aquinas. Congratulations, 40 years you've been in this valley.
Exactly right. We're a thoroughly Catholic college. We were founded in 1971, began with 33 students. Actually, our first campus was in Calabasas, which is about an hour south of here. We've been on this site since 1978. I joined the faculty in 1978, so I've been here about 34 years. We've gradually built our enrollment from the original 33 up to about 355 right now. We have over 35 full-time teaching faculty, and we've been committed to the same academic program from the very beginning. Program which requires students to study 4 years of serious Catholic theology and philosophy, 4 years of natural science, 4 years of mathematics, 4 years of literature, a year of music, and 2 years of language, in which we study Latin. Our classes all employ what we call the great books, those books that have stood the test of time and really formed Western civilization. Moreover, we conduct our classes as small, rigorous discussions with between 15 and 18 students, so that our goal is to have the students actively engaged in their education, really thinking through the issues and themes that arise in the books, and making the material their own, learning the arts of listening, reasoning, analysis. And we think we've been very successful through these years, and we look forward to another 40.
Well, congratulations on 40, and now 335 students, did you say, in residence now?
About 355.
355.
Yeah.
And graduates around the world. I saw your 40th anniversary book, from the Afghanistan-based lieutenant in the Marine Corps to clergy all over the globe and healthcare professionals. It's an extraordinary accomplishment for 40.
Well, thank you, Hugh. We're very proud of our alumni. They're serving the church, the country, and their communities in all walks of life. Medicine, law, education. They're raising good families, we think. And we're especially proud, as you might imagine, being a Catholic college with the number of religious vocations that have come out of the school. We've ordained right around 53 Catholic priests in 40 years of history, and another 35 or 36 women religious pursuing their vocations around the world.
So what is it that makes it distinctly Catholic?
Well, I think it's first of all, our commitment to the teaching authority of the Catholic Church. We take that very seriously. We take our faith commitment very seriously. And following the guidance of the Catholic Church, the study of St. Thomas Aquinas, as you can imagine, this being Thomas Aquinas College, the study of St. Thomas Aquinas occupies a principal place in our curriculum. So our 4 years of theology begin with the study of Scripture. In the first year, the study of the fathers, early fathers of the church in the second year, and culminates in the third and fourth year with a careful study of the most important parts of St. Thomas's Summa of Theology. And the church has, throughout its history, recommended St. Thomas as the perhaps principal theologian in its intellectual tradition, and we're honored to take him very seriously and encourage our students to study his works with great effort and energy.
Now, I'm also going to stress, for the benefit of the audience across the United States, from Alaska down to Florida and from New York out to Hawaii, this is a thoroughly Catholic campus. The Our Lady of the Most Holy Trinity Chapel, which is beautiful. I'm going to talk to the architect about this. Really one of the most extraordinary houses of worship I've ever been in, and it's relatively young. It's so gorgeous. But how often do students attend Mass, and what is the, quote, requirement, close quote, about that?
Well, we don't have a requirement per se for Mass attendance. We do offer 4 Masses a day. We have an extraordinary form, Latin Tridentine Mass, very first thing in the morning, and then 3 ordinary form or Novus Ordo forms of the Mass the rest of the day. I say our daily Mass attendance is very high. Probably 75 to 80% of the students attend Mass daily, but it's not a requirement. They do so, I think, out of their love for God, the good Catholic formation that they've received at home, and I think the educational program, with its emphasis on the study of Scripture, the study of St. Thomas's articles on the Incarnation and the sacraments, God's existence and attributes, is really conducive to the spiritual life, and I think bears fruit in their worship of God, and then of course after graduation in their service to the church.
Now there's a statement of faith for your faculty. I don't know where I put it. I have it in here somewhere. So everyone who teaches here has got to sign the statement of faith.
Well, yes. Specifically, all Catholic faculty take what we call the oath of fidelity and make a profession of faith when they're first appointed to the faculty. They do that in a public ceremony that's part of our convocation, at which we open up every academic year, the beginning of the academic year. And we are very careful to appoint faculty, Catholic faculty, who take their faith very seriously and take their commitment to the church very seriously, and who agree at the front end to take the oath and make the profession of faith.
And this oath has always been here?
Well, it was something we implemented probably 10 or 15 years ago, but what it signifies, the fidelity to the Catholic faith and the fidelity to the Catholic Church, has always been an integral part and an essential part of this college.
Now here's the tough question bordered by today's news.
Right.
Having taken this oath, can you sponsor an insurance plan that provides for the morning after pill?
Well, in my opinion, I don't think we can. I mean, we take our commitment to the Church's moral teachings very seriously. And I think for us to in any way subsidize or enable behaviors or medications or actions which the Church has declared to be immoral is something we can't possibly do. It's important that we witness to our students and to our constituents, to our benefactors, complete loyalty to the teachings of the Church, and I think that would mean it would be impossible for us to either directly or indirectly subsidize activities which are considered immoral and sinful. So
now, I know you haven't had a chance to study it yet, but you heard me read the Archbishop's letter, and you heard me read the statement of the common law professors, and you heard my analysis that this is a sham. Do you have an instinct that you are willing to say at this point, not having yet had a chance to study the actual regulations the President put forward about his so-called compromise?
Well, I heard the President's press conference this morning, and immediately I was struck with the fact that it seems to me that his remarks did not in any essential way change the situation. What he's saying now is that the institutions themselves won't directly fund the services that are in question, but rather the insurance companies will be responsible for the financial costs associated with those services. But I think it's fairly obvious that the insurance companies will in turn include the cost of those services in the premiums that the institutions are paying. So it seems to me that regardless of what the President says, the bottom line is that the institution will still be paying for and subsidizing services which are contrary to Catholic teaching.
I think that is clearly the case. We'll be right back from Thomas Aquinas College. President McLean, thank you. It's the Hugh Hewitt Show.